The Mayo Clinic Health System's Waseca location completes a $4.2 million expansion and renovation project for its emergency department. The renovations modernize the existing space. The floor designs enhance traffic flow and efficiency for patient and emergency vehicle entry points. The expansion added more exam and treatment rooms, additional safety designs for patients and staff, and a new ambulance garage, which provides coverage from the elements for arriving patients.
And this was, one of our critical stepping stones to modernization of one of the most important access points for medical care in Waseca.
Throughout this 2-year project, the emergency department remained open, as it always has, 24/7. Staff worked around the construction while providing quality patient care.
There's been some strain, but I think that's been outweighed by the anticipation of what was coming. And so the staff was very resilient working through that, as were our patients, and being patient as far as accepting the fact that we were under construction.
MCHS officials say they're proud of the investment for the Waseca location. The organization hopes to further build upon the services and care they offer to grow with the Waseca community.